I have been wanting to do a Team Birkin, Team Kelly video for a while now. My previous one I did quite a while ago with my other Birkin and Kelly, but not these two. This is my Birkin 25 black with gold hardware, and this is my gold on gold Cellier Kelly in the size 25. So I think it's about time that I tell you if I am Team Birkin or Team Kelly. But if you've been following me my channel for a while, you know I am obviously Team Birkin. I was for a while Team Kelly, but in the past year I've sort of solidified my love for the Birkin, and I'm gonna talk about it in this video. So the way I'm gonna just share about these two bags is that I'm going to talk about something that I like about this bag, what I don't like about this bag, and then do the opposite. Kind of like contradict myself in each of my facts or my statements and see if you agree with me or not. And maybe you might have more facts and more pointers. I would love to hear them in the comment section down below. Before we jump into it, let me know in the chat section or comment section if you are Team Birkin or Team Kelly, and tell me why you are that team. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm definitely Team Birkin. It is the bag that I've always wanted, and the more I look at it, the more I use it in my life, I am more sure than ever I am Team Birkin. So let's get started with the first points. I have it all written down here on my notebook. So the first thing is that it's actually really easy to take things in and out of. Now I have it closed because to contradict it is that it's quite hard to close. So let me unravel this bag first and explain to you why I say it's easy to take things in and out. I don't usually carry my bag wrapped up like this. I think most people who have Birkins, they just leave it all open like this and all unraveled like this. This is how my Birkin is most of the time. I'd say 99.9% of the time my Birkin is just like this, like a tote bag, which is why it's easy to take things in and out of this bag. I don't have to fiddle around with the straps or the flap, whereas the Kelly is most of the time closed up. I know some of you are okay to carry the bag kind of unraveled like this and walk around. It's actually really bad for the bag. So that's just a plus point for the Birkin. You can actually carry it open, and this you always have to close. So getting in and out of the Kelly is very inconvenient because every time you've got to close it. But to show you earlier why I closed up the entire bag for the Birkin is that if I need to close this bag, it is really troublesome. I've got to put it in, cinch it all in, wrap it up, and therefore it's not the safest bag. It's one of those bags that you would want to bring around where you know there are no pickpockets and your stuff is kind of safe. Maybe it's deeper inside, whereas the Kelly, because there's always the habit of closing it, making sure that you know it's all locked in just like this. Just lock it in, yeah, like this. You know, it's always safe and protected. You don't have to worry about people, you know, peeping into your stuff. The next thing why I love the Birkin so much is when I put my things inside, I can put taller stuff inside. So I have, okay, this is just really random, but I have a bag of treats for my natto girl, and it's kind of tall, but because it's always open, if it pops up like this, no problem, it's fine. I can still use the bag. Whereas the Kelly, there is kind of like no way, it's actually taller than the bag, so I have to fold my items inside. If it's a document or something that's important that I can't fold, it's really hard. I have to fiddle around with the bag, or at least fiddle around with the thing to put the bag, to put the item into the bag. So if you are using taller things or have taller things, this bag very limiting. The Birkin is so much more freeing in a sense. However, with such a beautiful bag that is a Birkin, and you have stuff that's sticking out like that, it's kind of unsightly, isn't it? It's the most it just doesn't look really nice for such a bag. If you've got more things, colorful things, pencils, straws, all kinds of stuff sticking out of your bag, it actually does not look so pretty. So when it comes to a prim and proper bag, the Kelly always wins. It just looks super neat, super just put together. It doesn't matter how your stuff looks like on the inside, if it's all wrinkled up and wrapped in, it doesn't matter, because look at it, it's just cinched in, just perfection. So it looks so much more, I would say, professional and just neater in a sense. This, yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Because both bags look so different, I feel like their Birkin is so much more casual and easygoing. Even if I've got this bag of treats that are sticking out, it still goes with the bag. It's easy to match with your outfits. I'm wearing just like a Lululemon top with shirts. I can get away with wearing this very casual outfit with a Birkin. It just goes, the vibe that the Birkin is giving is so laid back, it's so chill, whereas for the Kelly, the look is very different. Now, some of you are gonna argue and say, well, the Kelly, if you are using the ritourne, so the more relaxed look, you can achieve the same feel as the Birkin. And I do kind of agree with that. However, the Kelly is still a pretty prim and proper bag. Kelly version that I have is Cellier, and yes, one of the beautiful things about it is that it is a snooty looking bag. It's so sharp and so prim, so proper, very, very elegant. But if you have a lifestyle that's more casual, more laid back, this can look pretty out of place. It's quite hard to match, so your outfits have to suit the bag. Otherwise, the bag's gonna look like it's wearing you. And a lot of times for me, my own lifestyle, I do feel like the bag is wearing me. Like I feel a little out of place, even though I love the look. I love how it makes me just stand up a little straighter, put my neck back, just, head up a little bit more compared to the Birkin. Obviously, the Birkin makes me stand up a little straighter, but there is something about the Kelly that just, I can't be like, walking like this. I have to play the part of the bag. So maybe the ritourne would be a bit more casual, but still you've got to cinch it up, you've got to put it all kind of put together so that we look put together. Otherwise, the Birkin is a more laid back feel, which suits my lifestyle. If you ever held a Birkin before, okay, I need to take these treats out. If you ever held the Birkin before, you would realize that everything's sort of like shrunken, right? The handles are shrunken, it's even like smaller, everything's sort of like tinier. And if you compare this to the bigger Birkin, so the Birkin 30 or 35 or even the 30, this is like the cuter little bag. It's just so tiny. Everything's just so tiny. Even the part where the handle connects to the bag, it's just like shrunken a little bit more. The stitches are also tinier. So it's just so much cuter. So the Kelly, well, for the same size, it's still kind of like a bag. Like I can't call it cute. So if you're looking for a cute bag, the 25, it's not cute. It's a proper bag, right? It's a proper, girl, boss, elegant, sophisticated, all those words, but it still is it's a mid-sized bag. But with the Birkin, because I think the handles are just so tiny, it gives me this really cuter vibe. Now mine's in the black color, so black maybe doesn't give you that cuteness to it, but if you had like a baby pink or a yellow or something that's kind of light and bright, it's gonna look even cuter. There's something just so adorable about these little handles and like the little plaque and everything. The closest comparison would be, say, the mini Kelly. But obviously the mini Kelly is a tiny, tiny, tiny bag. And everything's just super cute, but I can't compare mini Kelly with the Birkin 25. It's just not the same bag size comparison. So my last thing that I like about the Birkin is that it gives me this cute, adorable vibe, but still it's a functional bag. It's still a decent size tote bag, which I can have that adorable feeling with it. It's just cute, and still have a really good bag that I can put my stuff in. Now, the Kelly, you know, even though it's not cute, it's still a decent bag, right? But it doesn't have a cute handle. This has a cute handle, and the downside of it is that this handle, at least it's functional. So this whole bag is pretty functional. These handles are purely handheld. So for me, yes, I can get my hand through it, but once it reaches my forearm, you can see that the bag kind of goes 45 degrees. And it's you know, it's a little like, you know, I gotta work it into my elbow, and it's just, yeah, it's not the best. So I would say that yes, it's got the cute handle element to it, but absolutely not functional. Look at it, it's actually, it's a little stuck. And you gotta kind of be gentle with it, you know, with all my chains on my hands. I gotta be a little bit more careful, otherwise I'll scrape the bottom of the bag. But yes, whereas for the Kelly, it's actually a pretty good handles. When I talk to friends about the Birkin, or if they have both the Birkin or the Kelly, or just the Kelly themselves, they would comment one thing about the Kelly, is that the plus of the Kelly is that it has a strap. So I've been thinking about this a little bit, whether or not it is a plus point for me personally. I think over the years, I have come to accept that I'm no longer a shoulder bag kind of girl. I like to carry the bag just with my hands. I like to hold things. I like to grip it. I like to put it at the crook of my elbow. But the strap is no longer a deciding factor. I know for a lot of people, the strap is a must because, you know, maybe they carry a lot of things. I carry a lot of things. I carry my backpack. I carry all kinds of stuff. But somehow when it comes to handbags, I am becoming more and more a handheld bag only girl, or I would just carry a bag on the shoulder. So if the bag is handheld only, I'm fine with it. If it comes with a strap, it's okay, but it's not a must-have factor. So yes, the Kelly has a strap, but it's a strap that I actually don't really use. In fact, I have the strap, it's hanging like an accessory, and I just hold the bag. It just makes me more and more convinced that I am just I'm happy when it comes to my luxury bags. If it's just handheld, there's a power element maybe in holding the bag rather than putting it on the shoulders. I feel like when I carry a bag on my shoulders, it's different. It just feels different. It looks different. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't like bags with straps, so I have to put that out there. Otherwise, you'll be saying, well, what about your mini Lindy or other bags, like maybe when you get your Constance bag, you know, those are straps only bags. I know they are, but I picked them because they have straps only. But it's not a factor that I'm going for. It's not that, oh my gosh, it has a strap, therefore I'm getting the bag. I'm getting the bag, well, it has a strap, so it's kind of like a different lens. So when I look at my Birkin and my Kelly, and if the comparison is because, well, the Kelly is better because it has a strap, it's not a deciding factor for me. These two bags are my luxury babies, and I am so grateful and blessed to own both of them. So though I say I am team Birkin and I will always be team Birkin, I am very grateful to own a Kelly in my collection. And obviously in such a beautiful combination, gold on gold. So don't get me wrong, I'm not like saying, oh my gosh, I don't like the Kelly, la la la. No, I have been using this bag for quite a bit. But if I had to choose, like if I only had to keep, say, one Hermes bag in my entire collection, and I could only pick, say, the Birkin or the Kelly, hand on heart, I would say I'm gonna keep the Birkin because this is like my ultimate. This was my dream bag for many years. I've always wanted a Birkin ever since I heard the word Birkin and saw it. I was like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. Even before I knew about the Kelly, there is something very attractive to the Birkin for me. And yeah, I got like such a beautiful combination. I hope you enjoyed today's little chit chat about these two beautiful bags, and I am really excited to read the comments whether you are Team Kelly or Team Birkin. And if you don't own any of these bags, you can also say I'm most likely gonna be Team Kelly because of this, or I'm most likely gonna be Team Birkin because of this. It doesn't mean that you have to own any of these bags to join the conversation. I did not own a Birkin when I fell in love with it. It was the look, it was the history, the thought, the status, the everything, the whole bag aspiration that made me fall in love with it. And fast forward to today, and now that I am kind of solidifying my love for the Birkin, I guess I know myself better than I thought, which is really good. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, I do hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!